Hi guys, this is your streamer Carlos. In today's video, I'm going to give you my review of episode 6 of season 2 of Daredevil Born Again. The Red Wave and Putting Down the Bald. Putting Down the Bald. So here we go, guys. I love this episode because, guys, like I told you, in where I left you off, guys, we are going to see some serious things coming. And not the kind of good. They're not good at all. Because, let's look at the facts. The bald one's anchor of sense, of good sense and morality. And morality is dead. Yes, Mrs. Bald is now dead. So as you can imagine, Mr. Bald, meaning Fisk, is downright in a dark place. And the first casualty of the bald one's dark place is, of course, the doctor. Yes, the doctor that it was supposed to save Mrs. Bald gets the short end of the stick, or in this case, the short end of the bald one. He gets squeezed. His spine gets squeezed and gets sucked out of his body, basically, by the bald one. But that's not all. A red wave is coming, and it's coming in different forms. Obviously, by the rebellion, by those people that are opposing the bald one's government. And an old friend from Netflix is back into the picture. Jessica Jones. Yes, that Jessica Jones, that same Jessica Jones that we know and love from Netflix. Guys, but here's the kicker. Now JJ, meaning Jessica Jones, has a daughter. And according to her, by her own admission and her own account, since she has given birth, this wonderful birth, to her current daughter and awesome daughter, she has lost some of her ability. She hasn't lost her ability, but her fighting, kicking your face inability. But since she has given birth to her wonderful daughter, her powers her kicking in faces power has lost a little bit of kick. It comes and goes. And this begs the question. I know what you're asking, guys. When are we going to see JJ and Daredevil, or Maddie and JJ, together again? Well, we don't have to wait for that long, because again, besides being in a dark place right now, the bald one, meaning Fisk, doesn't care if he makes enemies or not. And one of these enemies is, of course, Shaggy with glasses, Scooby-Doo with glasses. And as we know, as we should know, or as you guys can surmise, and I can surmise, that Shaggy is not only working for Shaggy with glasses is not only working with the CIA or the FBI. He's working for Valentina De Fontaine. Yes. The so-called group leader and creator of the Thunderbolts / the New Avengers. So again, Fisk, dark place, in a dark place, bad. Dark place for the bald one, bad. Enemies for the bald one and doesn't care about them, making new ones and old enemies, doesn't really care. And again, the wave is coming. No, the wave is picking up height of power and landing. Second, third, Karen has this sense of blood justice for Foggy. And this creates a battle between herself, a word battle between her boy toy, meaning red boy toy, meaning Daredevil, and herself over the fact that she wants to basically let her rage for Foggy's murder out on, of course, Bullseye. But you know Maddie's code. Let's not take justice into our own hands, even though we crave it. But as you can see, as you can tell by this, at this point, guys, Karen has the ultimate urge of, just destroying and just hitting, figuratively speaking, Bullseye with a barbed wire bat, and doesn't care if he bleeds out, or what. But the tipping point for the bald one is that now the rebellion and the red wave again is picking up height and almost about to land. And now that Karen and Angela and all the rebellion, or some of the other rebels that we know about, that include JJ, Jessica Jones, is picking up height and is about to land with big power landing. And it comes to a head when obviously first Charles meets up with the governor of New York. To make a deal, to perhaps make a deal. Actually, scratch that. To make a deal, Fisk, I'll give you Fisk, you give me a way out. A way out under Fisk. And then we will have a shot of tequila. And celebrate this wonderful deal. Although we don't know if the governor has said yes to this deal. But awesome. But this is awesome. This is the awesome part. Now that the rebels and other people that are not a part of the rebellion are getting to know the truth about who the bald one really is, he doesn't have another choice but to hide himself, to hide his baldy self in his secret tunnel death room. From season 1. And this is where Maddie pays Fisk, the bald one, a visit a visit, and then in his all red awesomeness once again, and they get into a fight, an awesome fight where Maddie eventually gets the upper dare until Powell, yes, the corrupt and sadistic head of the vigilante Baldy force, basically destroys and basically makes blood pudding out of the special forces snitch that told Karen and Maddie what was really going on, what is really going on with what was really going on with the bald star, the bald star, meaning the ship from episode 1. So after Powell makes blood pudding out of this poor kid, snitch, he starts to blame the crowd, the big group of now new rebels, and tragically, and sad for us, Karen's disguise gets ripped off of her, meaning her wig, and Angela's, one of Angela's closest friends and fellow rebel, but new to the rebellion, gets shot by darn freaking Powell, by darn freaking sadistic Powell. But as soon as Karen's wig or disguise gets ripped off of her, Powell is pointing his gun straight at Karen with no doubt in mind. And actually, Powell says, "Hello, Karen," or something like that. And this is where guys, this episode ends. So with this being said, guys, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to tap that like button, and if you want to expand your time here and watch and stay up to date with my daring videos about Daredevil or the red one, the red truth, please don't doubt yourselves and tap that notification bell. And if you really want to expand your daring time here on my channel, please go to my homepage and subscribe there. Subscribe yourselves there. So with that being said, guys, thank you for watching, and again, until we dare again, bye.